I'm one of 16 children. This is my mom with their first 7 children. And now I will answer all of the questions that you are conjuring up in your mind because I've heard them 100 times. Yes, 16, you heard it right. Step-parents? Step-kids? Nope. Just my mom, my dad, and 16 kids. Adopted? Nope. No adopted. Twins? No twins. Your mom was pregnant 16 times? Yes. Okay, well, we lived in the tiniest 3-bedroom little 1-bath ranch-style house in the farm in the country that you could ever imagine. Here's the hard part about my story. My mom died shortly after this picture. She was 47. She died of a massive heart attack. My younger brothers were 2, 4, 6, and 8, and I was 10, and on up the line. As with a lot of people who struggle with chronic illness, I believe that my childhood trauma was a huge part. As a kid, we cannot process through what happened. I always thought that I was fine, but I think childhood trauma was definitely a huge part of the chronic illness that I was having throughout almost 3 decades of my life. But there were other things as well. As a kid, playing in the woods as we did, and multiple tick bites with the red bullseye rash, Lyme exposure. Epstein-Barr virus as a teenager, which then often goes on into, in our adulthood, looks like chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, chronic infections, all of which I was struggling with. My dad had been diagnosed with MS, and one of my sisters has MS, and I was having those symptoms as well, neurological symptoms. Along with that, depression, of course. I had a huge stone stuck in my common bile duct when I was 23. Took them 4 days and 3 surgeries to get it out, and for that, I'm very thankful for Western medicine. But Western medicine was not giving me any answers for my health. Every time I go to the doctor, and I was having a lot of tests run and just trying to figure out, like, why was I so sick? And my doctor would say, well, I think you're fine. You're fine. Like, your vitamin D's a little low, and you should take some vitamin D. But I knew I wasn't fine. Not that my health is perfect, because no one's health is perfect. My diet's not perfect, my life is not perfect, my health is not perfect, but it is 100 times better than where I was 15 years ago.